So, my spark plug just exploded on me. Got a lot of oil in it. Luckily, didn't start a fire. I ran that thing yesterday, but now it's definitely completely garbage. So what we're gonna do is put a new one in it as a replacement. I took off the chainsaw that don't run. Hopefully we can get it to fit. I might need two hands for this one. That's just a little bit of repair. See if I got another one. New one might work. Chinese spark plug. Put the other one in there. Make sure we're in there tight. I don't want to strip the threads on it because that will definitely destroy it. Got that on. We'll take it outside and see if it'll run better. It's all wet and muddy. Grass is already turning green. So, let's see if it did the trick. There's no primer on it. Back in business with this one. Because of the bad spark plug. I'll definitely adjust the chain on it. Make it a little bit slaggy. But, I cannot even take much more for that price I paid for on that saw. I got it from a flea market about a couple years ago. Let me find the right tool. Probably, probably not. I'm gonna get a new 14-inch bar for it. I'm gonna get a 14-inch bar for that thing. That's why I had one of these to keep my tools. That way they won't get lost. That one's a bit too small, but that's why I'm a little bit afraid to use the Allen wrenches. Or the key. I've got one that might work, but I'm kind of afraid to use it. Or even this I had that might work. I don't want to over tighten it because it will get way too tight. Oh. I think I might have got one that'll work. But we'll see. No, that won't work either. Sorry about I shut the door. It's gonna rain. Ow! That one that's a little bit too small. One of these tools. definitely been a long time since I had that tension onto its bar stud. That might not work. I don't want to overstrip its nut. And I don't want to get my hand sliced, because that's a mistake I did a couple times in a row. There we go. Now we got it. Find that screwdriver to adjust the chain. And make it a little bit snug. Make sure it's a little bit loose. That will get off loose, but it don't have a chain brake. Get that on there tight. On there snug. Tighten up the nut. That's tight enough. That's good enough for it. And we're definitely ready to use it. I know it's raining outside, but I'll open up the door and run it outside for a little. Just to see that the chain is set and tension. Alright, I think that got that pretty good. Now the chain is running smooth. I'll tighten it up a little bit some. I like using that flathead screwdriver. I want the chain to stay on the bar. That way the bar we'll have the chain stayed on there. That way the chain doesn't have a chance to come out and hit me in the shoulder. Just a little bit more tight. That should be enough for him. A little bit out. Yeah, that's tight. That's why I'm going to do the same thing to the little red XL when I get it off of eBay. I'll use that bar as spare, including this chain as spare after when I get a new 14-inch bar for the homlite XL. That's going to run a 14-inch blade on the saw. That way it can be a tree limb saw. And the other one with a 16-inch can also be used to cut firewood. Both of them will have guards. Hand guards on them for protection. Because some states require some older chainsaws to have guards on them. Including my state does require a guard on this chainsaw, but it is still illegal to run these today. And they're definitely unsafe. That's why I don't want to stay with a 16-inch on this, because it's definitely too big for it. Because I'm afraid it'll burn it out. And I can feel the rain pouring down on us. You know, but it is rainy, but I'm going to have to get a new 14-inch bar for this saw. That saw couldn't handle a 16-inch bar. It is a little small motor, but it can only handle a 14-inch blade instead of a 16-inch bar. But man, that bar is definitely too big. It's almost kind of like it was almost getting ready to give up. Let me adjust the chain backwards. Yeah, that's definitely getting ready to be done, but I don't think this is going to last long with a 16-inch bar on it. There, I got it fixed. That way it'll definitely handle it for a little while. That'll do. Make sure you always hold the bar up when you tie up a nut. You have to hold it so that way it definitely tips up. So that way your chain will not be able to hit the ground. Well, that's all there is to it. That's all it was, is one of them bad spark plugs that blew up. But luckily it didn't catch on fire. I'm not going to start it, because that's the rules. Always fire it up first pull. Now that's better. Rolls on there a lot smoothly. Fix that choke on here. Now, it's fixed. I'll put that scrunch tool with the other tools. Check and see how much gas is in the tank. That way when I need that little saw, that way I can use it sometimes. Still got a lot of fuel in it. But that's an easy fix. But anyway, that's all that saw can only run, a 14-inch bar. I'll have to get a 14-inch bar for that thing soon. After when I get a homlite little red, probably get a new 16-inch bar for it as well. But it's a good little saw, but I like quieter homlite saws better than the Super XLs. I like the homlite 340 and the little red, including this one. But anyways, thank you all for watching. Always like and subscribe and always leave a comment. And thank you so much, and please take care. And I'll see you next time.